Odds and Ends, a special Friday edition of the UPI Odd News Minute for August 7th, 2026. First up, a diver who found a 162-year-old bottle of Guinness in a shipwreck off the coast of England contacted scientists who might be able to recreate the 1864 version of the stout. Stefan Panis, an underwater photographer from Belgium, was exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Dover last year when he surfaced with an intact bottle of liquid. Panis rinsed the bottle and discovered it was labeled Guinness and bore the year 1864. He said the bottle came from what appeared to be a case of 24, and there might be more cases in the area. Panis said he plans to return to the shipwreck when conditions allow to see if he can recover more bottles. Scientists at KU Leuven University in Belgium are now looking into whether they can use DNA analysis to recreate the 162-year-old version of the beer. Panis said the current contents of the bottle may even still be drinkable. Brewing historian Edward Bork told him the bottle being stored upside down may have prevented any seawater from entering through the cork. Bork explained the air bubbles caused when the bottle is upside down creates a pressurized seal. Panis, who admitted he is not a big fan of Guinness, said he would still be willing to sample the aged brew if it is found to be drinkable. Moving on from a well-aged beverage to a successful case of social media leverage, an Ohio shelter kitten who went viral for his homemade wheelchair made from rulers, zip ties, and Hot Wheels cars now has a custom-made 3D printed set of wheels. The kitten, named Gelato, arrived at Cincinnati Animal Care with a spinal injury that left his back legs too weak to support his weight. Gelato went viral when the shelter showed off his homemade wheelchair comprised of rulers, Hot Wheels cars, cardboard, zip ties, and tape. The mobility aid was assembled by veterinary technician Mallory Smith. The shelter said his online popularity led to his receiving a new 3D printed wheelchair custom-made to fit his needs. The shelter said, "This is what community looks like. We couldn't have made this happen without everyone who shared our original post and helped get Gelato's story out there. Your shares truly make a difference and help us reach the people who can help animals like Gelato." Veterinarians said they hope the wheels will help Gelato develop enough strength in his back legs that he can stand up and walk on his own. Meanwhile, in news that gives new meaning to the phrase strip steak, a Florida restaurant is inviting guests to disrobe on the first Monday of every month for a nude dining experience. Murad Ali, chef and owner of the Class Soiree Steakhouse in Hollywood, came up with the idea of the monthly event as a means of attracting attention to the eatery in an unusual way. The chef said the servers, who remain clothed in their usual attire during the private dinners, have been trained to be respectful of unclothed customers. Tickets for the dinners cost $250 for men, $150 for women, or $300 for couples. Special rules for the events include no admission to anyone under the age of 18 and no touching another person without consent. Ali said each diner will be given a robe, a soft towel, and a seat cover. Joanne Hussey, a spokesperson for the city of Hollywood, said the nude dining experience dinners are perfectly legal as they are billed as private events. And finally, in our recurring segment, The Afternoon Rush, serial Guinness World Record breaker David Rush recruited his family to break a record for playing Hungry Hungry Hippos, and earned his 200th concurrent title in the process. Rush enlisted the help of his wife, Jennifer, and his sons, Jeremy and Peter, to tackle the title for the fastest time to clear a game of Hungry Hungry Hippos by a team of 4, with a time to beat of 4.833 seconds. Rush explained, "You must use an unmodified licensed game on a flat table. Your hands start flat. Most critically, you are only allowed to use one finger to trigger your hippo. Swap fingers and the attempt is dead. Drop a ball off the edge, and you start over." The family managed the feat with a time of 3.75 seconds, and their November 2025 accomplishment has now been officially certified by Guinness World Records. Rush said the title marked his 200th concurrently held Guinness World Record, making him only the third person in history to achieve the feat. For these stories and more national, international, sports, entertainment, science, and odd news from United Press International, visit UPI.com. Follow the UPI Odd News Minute on YouTube and TikTok. Would you be willing to eat at a restaurant where everyone is naked? Tell us why or why not in the comments.